there is a notion in New Age communities, and I don't say New Age derogatorily. It's kind of a cliche in itself, that kind of this contempt toward the so-called New Age, but it's kind of just reinventing or reassessing spirituality from kind of modern kind of direct experience. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean kind of from like apart from tradition, which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. But so there's this belief that in many New Age communities that you choose the life that you're born into. Before, in the bardo between life and death, between a previous life and this life, you chose your parents, you chose the circumstances of your life, you chose this, you chose that. You chose your difficulties, your chronic illnesses, etc. In a more traditionally, say, Hindu view, you reincarnate. I can't speak to this because I'm not incredible, super duper well read on it, but as far as my understanding goes, that you incarnate to as a function of karma. And a matter of perfecting and cleansing karma over the course of many, many thousands of lifetimes. And the Buddhist view expressly rejects this. There's a sutta where Buddha goes off on someone who was spreading this in the Sangha, this idea, because it's an old Brahmanistic idea. And Buddha rejected it. You don't purify karma, you let go of it by touching Nibbana, the pin that was holding all that together is removed and everything can be disentangled. And it doesn't require any active purification after that point. That is what is called stream entry. The notion that you choose the life you're born into and that you have certain missions and purposes in your life, that to Buddhists is a very dangerous notion. It's like going into a prison cell and closing the door. It's a prison of belief. I know in my own life, when I let go of beliefs like that, I felt far more free. Beliefs like I have some mission on this earth. It's very restricting. That there's some purpose to my life. That also is restricting. And you could go down a rabbit trail here saying that, letting go of a responsibility some mission in life is a terrible thing to do. As opposed to have that idea, you would have to have this firm and unyielding belief in some sort of destiny. And that in itself is an attachment. I mean, the energy behind these things is very important. If it's held on with a vice grip, then that's a sign that it's kind of the wrong direction. You're not doing, you're attaching very strongly to something, and that will, with life's ups and downs, will cause unnecessary suffering. And holding on very strongly to some belief that you chose this before you were born and this is the purpose of your life, that could be very entangling. You could see that, right? I'm reading this Arnold Mindell book, The Dream Body, and he seems to ascribe to that belief to some degree. The truth is, I think both can be true at the same time. It's a matter of what is choice. To me, it's all causes and conditions. This thing happens, and this thing happens, and this thing happens, and there is very little, ultimately, there's very little free will, but there is undoubtedly the feeling of free will. And there's fireworks and bright lights associated with that. A huge drama. That doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It's kind of the opposite. I mean, your legs and your mouth and your ears and your mind is going to work regardless of any belief or disbelief in free will. On my side, for me, lately I've been feeling a sense of lack of purpose. And that's part of why I'm doing these talks again. I miss psychic skills, developing that. I miss that. And can I say that before birth, I made a decision to do medical intuition in my life or do psychic skills, psychic readings in my life? I mean, first of all, who would choose that because of the social consequences of that if people find out, if the normies find out? I mean, I'm being glib there because I would choose it because it's amazing. And there's a sense of freedom of time and space that comes along with it. So yes, I would choose it. I mean, to go down that little rabbit trail, it's not like it comes with the feeling of freedom of space and time. That's just how reality is. But not having that, not being attuned to that, comes with constriction and restriction. A little cage. But I do get it. For the period of my life when I ascribed to that belief that I chose this reality. I chose this life. It came along with a love of my own life, a sense of purpose and calling. I mean, I think I'm less prone to that than many other people. Maybe it's because of the mutable energy in my chart, very mutable, and that purpose tends to shift and flow and not be taken too seriously. But I've seen other people who are very attached to that. But in a way, they seem happy. They seem full of purpose. But it's the sort of thing that has integrity, has form and shape until it doesn't, because everything releases. All phenomena are self-releasing. And if the belief of that, of purpose, is very, very, very strong, then it makes it all the more painful when it releases. And it doesn't even have to release forever. It releases to reconfigure, because causes and conditions, everything is being released and reconfigured at all times.